I had a lot of experience. I did it. My parents, see, like I say, my parents kind of basically, sort of, they didn't exactly throw me out, but the property was never developed, and they were elderly, and they didn't know how to handle their money, but they had a lot of money. They had investments. My father was, see, they didn't party. They were teetotalers. They didn't drink. They didn't party. They saved all their money, and they bought their property way back. I think they bought the property that I was raised on in 1948. In 1948, they basically paid cash for it, and then I think my dad built a house. One thing I was looking at myself, I can't believe how quickly I've become aged. I'm John Travolta's age.
Yeah.
I'm the same age as John Travolta. I kind of met women out on the streets. I never learned how to use a computer so I could social network. And the only one that I was serious about was, or I wouldn't say the only one, but one of them was we went to high school together. I moved here in December of '99.
Since you've been here, I mean, has Albuquerque as a city treated you well?
It did at first. I loved it here when I first moved here. Recently, it's changed. It's changed a lot in the last 3 to 5 years. It's for the worst. It's become more violent. A lot of it is these people's kids are all on drugs. They're doing the hard drugs. They can't handle their alcohol. They've killed. You know that the daughter of the McDonald's over here was killed by a drunk driver.
Yeah.
That one, and just within the last week, the white female and the 2 Mexican males were killed by a drunk driver.
Yeah.
I already know about alcohol. Nobody can control it. And when these kids at 21 to 25 start drinking, they can't handle it. But crack and meth are no good. I don't do them. I quit them, and it was a miracle. I don't want them. What I would do was, if I drank, I would do it. When I was sober, I didn't do it. But when I had drank quite a bit, that's when I would smoke it.
Sure.
And believe me, it's no good. I go along. I'd rather see people, Christians and religious, than gangs and shooting up drugs. That I agree with. Well, see, this is a really complicated stuff. We're having a very interesting conversation. Not very many people know this. Bobby was like I was. He hated hard drugs, and he had done them. He told me he had some experiences where he was almost killed because he was addicted to it. And he went to rehab. Only it wasn't just any kind of. He had a special rehab here, and he got a white female who really cared about him, and she got him off of it. But he'll tell you the same thing. I wish he hadn't died. I was just. This is kind of devastating. I should be mourning more than what I have, because we had made some real serious plans for the future. As far as financial, and like I say, he was a lot smarter than people realized. They thought he was just a derelict on the street who was panhandling. I'm the one that realized that he was a lot smarter than what people realized. And I don't have a good address to mail it to. And my ID's stolen. I don't even have my food stamp card. I don't have my ID or my food stamp, and they won't give it to me without that.
So really, you could use some help in getting this stuff set up and squared away?
Yeah.